Reviving a degraded environment and sustainably managing it are both very much a part of making our right to a safe environment a reality. And of all the daunting tasks imaginable, greening a desert has got to be one of the more challenging. Let's go to Iran now, where the fight is on to combat years of desertification in a desert jihad.
Nasser Nipkay is a fighter. He works for the Jihadi Sazandegi ministry, which means fight for reconstruction. He's an expert in natural resources, and what he's actually fighting is the desert. A desert that goes wherever the wind blows it, driving people from their homes and villages. The Iranian people have lived with the desert since time immemorial. Over 90% of the country consists of arid or semi-arid land. Through the centuries, they have built and maintained their own irrigation systems. Qanuts, or underground channels with access walls to carry water from the mountains. Hassanabad is a small village which has been abandoned after a long struggle with the sand. The 10 families who used to live here were forced to leave when the qanuts dried up. The people of Hassanabad dug out a new qanut for themselves, a little way off, and built a new village. Today, Farmer Nasrullah lives just a few hundred meters from his old house. Nasrullah was one of the first people to take part in a government program to stop the march of the desert by allocating land to farmers in most need.
In Asia, 60% of the world's population depends on 30% of its land. Between 1980 and 1995, cropland in the region expanded while forest areas decreased by as much as 8%. Today, it is estimated that more than half of all land in South and Southeast Asia is degraded.
Nasrullah's struggle with the desert begins anew each day when he arrives at his field, a small piece of desert he's been given some 10 kilometers from his village. He's had permission to dig a well here, so long as other farmers can use it too. There is a network of irrigation channels here, which can be directed towards any one of these fields. This area now consists of some 60 hectares divided between 12 farmers. In just over a few years, Nasrullah has grown pistachio trees and sells the nuts directly in the marketplace. He also grows alfalfa, a crop that's used to feed cattle, which helps the overgrazing that used to be a problem in this semi-arid zone.
The overgrazing, I hope, will be finished and they will cultivate the fodder for their cows. The desert land is converted to this land which you see here. 5 or 6 years ago, it was desert. It was nothing here, really nothing. Before, he had half a hectare in the village with less water. And now, he has 6 hectares with more water. And you can see what happened here.
Since he's been farming his new land and selling the produce, Nasrullah has reduced his flock. He used to have 20 sheep that grazed on the precious grasses that reduced windage and fixed the sand. Today, he has only 10 sheep left, and just one of his original 4 cows. He feeds them on forage he's grown on his land. This program of rehabilitation, by allocating land, is one of a number of programs run by the Iranian government. Through such programs, the United Nations Development Program is assisting Iran to reforest areas which are particularly affected by desertification. Nasrullah and Nasser are desert warriors, proud of their country's achievements. such as the Kannauts. They are unstoppable, except when showing us one of the many marvels of their country, such as the oasis of Damsa. Roses as fragile as the environment when people upset its balance.